3 cheapy blind buys, all under $20. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Stop and Smell. We have a fragrance haul. Let's begin with the most inexpensive fragrance of the three. A 2015 release, Erox Realm Intense for $9.99. The front of the box explains this contains human pheromones. Human pheromones? Are you serious? I thought this was a joke. Is this fragrance going to attract people towards you? Are they going to be attracted to you because they can smell you? On the back of the box, it says, Realm Intense awakens your sixth sense with a blend of irresistible ingredients known as aphrodisiacs and the sensual powers of human pheromones. The fragrance features an enticing blend of bergamot and basil with masculine woods and a warm mix of tonka bean, amber, and patchouli. Experience Realm Intense and dare to be desired. Wow, what a description. What a marketing ploy, human pheromones. Let's find out what this smells like. The bottle has a nice gradient color to it. In the opening, you get a really juicy lemon. It's not sour, it's not bitter, and there's a slight herbal touch from that basil. Into the mid and base, it does get a little sweet with that lavender, tonka bean, and patchouli mix. It does become a little powdery and more woody as it dries down. I know there's a couple other Realm fragrances. There's Inner Realm, and of course this one, Realm Intense, and the regular Realm. If you've had experience with any of those, let me know in the comments. I would say this fragrance is best suited for late spring evenings into fall evenings. Surprisingly, for a cheap fragrance, it is lasting on my skin, so that intense label might be true. As far as garnering compliments and attracting the opposite sex or the same sex or whoever, attracting humans to you, I don't think it's doing that. Or who knows, you would have to wear this out and test it. It doesn't smell overly sweet or overly alluring to me. It smells like a nice, citrusy, woody, slightly sweet fragrance. Next up, a 2021 release from Hollister, Wave Crush. This one was $14.99 for a 1.7 ounce bottle. Top notes, rhubarb, cardamom, green apple. Mid notes, lavender, spearmint, and mate. Base notes, Haitian vetiver, ambrox, and clearwood. In the opening, I do pick up a little bit of the rhubarb, but it is very strong in a synthetic way. It does seem more like a fabric softener, not in a bad way, it just seems a bit strong. That synthetic smell does dissipate after a few minutes, and then I start to pick up a little bit of the apple. Into the mid and the base, it does get a little bit more herbal, but fresh too. I pick up that spearmint. It seems like a very modern fragrance, nothing great. This has a very generic smell to it, but not in a bad way. It smells very youthful, very fresh, very clean. It does maintain a little bit of that rhubarb, apple, spearmint throughout the fragrance, but mostly it's just a fresh, clean fragrance done in a modern way. It doesn't seem very strong at all. It seems very light, so I don't think this is going to project or stay on your skin for that long. This is a flanker to the original Hollister Wave. Have you guys smelled that one? Let me know your thoughts on it. Plain and simply, this is just an average generic fragrance, most likely for teens or early 20s, casual wear, summer. Just if you want to smell good after the shower, spray this on. Nothing too impressive. Just an average smelling men's fragrance. Next, we have a 2012 release, Ed Hardy's coming in at $19.99 for the 3.4 ounce bottle shaped like a skull. Top notes, bergamot, cardamom. Mid notes, lavender. Base notes, musk and oak moss. Okay, let's get to this one. So there you have the skull with the rose, and you can remove the rose if you like. You can put it back on, but the skull, you need to detach it. Let's find out what this smells like. The opening is very citrusy, very clean, and into the mid it becomes a little sweet. I pick up a lot more of the lavender in the mid to the base, but it's very masculine, very fresh, very clean. Smells very youthful, like what someone in their 20s would wear, and it does remind me of Abercrombie & Fitch's Fierce. You could also say it's inspired by Mont Blanc's Legend. At any rate, it does smell similar to those two fragrances. So if you like those two fragrances, you might enjoy this one. And it's very inexpensive. I wouldn't say it's a better quality than those two, obviously. This is the least expensive from those three, and this is also the poorest quality, I would say, from those three. But if you're on a budget, if you don't want to pay prices for Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, or you don't want to pay for Mont Blanc's Legend, then this might be a good option for you. If you already have those two fragrances, this might be redundant, or this might be pointless. If you want it just for that cool skull bottle, then this might be the right fragrance for you. Some people may think that the skull bottle is tacky. Some might be into it and think it's a nice collector's bottle. I think out of the three, this fragrance will get more compliments. It smells more crisp, clean, fresh, more masculine. However, I don't think it's going to project. It smells very light and it's not lasting on my skin. But if you don't care about projection or life of the fragrance and you're just going to spray yourself throughout the day, then this might be fine for you. Let's go ahead and rate these three fragrances. If you stuck with me throughout this video, go ahead and give me a like. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. I honestly don't think there's a real clear-cut number one. But if I had to choose a number one fragrance between these three, I'll say Skulls and Rocks, number one, and Realm Intense, number two. And at number three, that leaves Hollister Wave Crush. Thanks again for joining me. Until next time, enjoy your fragrances.